Good morning, everybody. My name is Patty Beck, and welcome to my garden channel, Patty B Gardening. Today, I'm sitting here with some plants that I purchased. They're native plants, and that's what I want to talk about today, native plants. I live and garden in Zone 8A, Mississippi, where it's hot and humid throughout pretty much the whole summer. But today is a beautiful day. I'm not exactly sure. The temperature is somewhere in the 80s. It's not really humid. It's still kind of early in the morning, but I'm very appreciative of this time right now. But about a week ago, I had the opportunity to attend a native plant seminar hosted by the next town over, the Winona Garden Club. And so several of the members of my garden club, Cherokee Rose Garden Club, we went to their presentation, and they had a speaker from Camp Creek Native Plants. His name is Robert Ballard. And if I can figure out how to do it, I'll put a picture of him on the screen here. We're ready for a fun night at the Garden Club show.
Yes, we are.
Hey,
we're excited.
This is my friend Janice.
Hey, everybody.
She's from my garden club, Cherokee Rose.
Carrollton, yes.
In the Carrollton Garden Club. This is the Winona Garden Club to do, and we're excited about it. Another Cherokee Rose member, right there.
Hi.
167.
Hey, ladies.
36.
Look at that centerpiece. It's so pretty. And they're all going to sit on. But yeah, my friends and I, we had a really good time. They had a nice sit-down meal, a nice dinner, and they had a silent auction, and then they gave away door prizes, and I won one of the door prizes. I haven't used it yet. It was a gift certificate to a hair salon, but I have not used it yet, but I will one of these days. Anywho, I wanted to show y'all, they also, the speaker, Robert Ballard, owns a nursery, and his nursery is called Camp Creek Natives, I guess, is the name of his nursery. But it's in, I think, New Albany, Mississippi. I think that's right. If it's wrong, I'll let you know at the end of the video, but I think that's where he is. And he brought loads of his plants, and the garden club sold them at the seminar. So I bought several, and I wanted to show y'all what I got. Now, all these are native for my area, for our area, so that means that they are supposed to be better for the environment in which we live right here. And in the talk that Mr. Ballard gave, he said that, there's a specific reason that we have specific plants in our area, that they support the native wildlife, the native, their habitat for native wildlife. He gave an example. He said that where he lives, there used to be some kind of native shrub that would grow along the fence lines. And I think he said it was possum hawk or something like that. He said, but through the years, an invasive species of shrub that people, had bought at garden centers and started planting, and those foreign species of plants started taking over the native. And he said that the native possum haw was a good source of berries for the birds. And the birds would eat those berries like in the fall in preparation for the winter. And that it was a good source of fat for the birds. And so the birds would eat those berries and fatten up and, get fat and happy for the winter. Well, as the foreign shrubs came in and started multiplying and seeding themselves along and taking over where the native plant was supposed to be, the new plant, yeah, it had berries and the birds would eat those berries, but it was mainly a carbohydrate berry or a starchy berry. And so the birds did not get the fat that they needed to make it through the winter, and they perished. They were not able to sustain themselves through the winter because they did not have the native berries that they needed. So he became interested in native plants, and so he opened just his whole nursery is for native plants. And I'm going to show y'all what I got now. Okay, the first one that I'm going to talk about is this Coreopsis. And it's pretty and it's blooming. And I already have some Coreopsis in my landscape. And it was really the first one to bloom, like in the spring. And it has not bloomed since then. Now, I'm going to tell you the information, and I'll put these little uh, information clips on the screen at the end of the video here about each one of the native things that I have. But this is the Threadleaf Coreopsis. It's a perennial. It has bright yellow flowers, lacy foliage, airy appearance. Bloom continuously entire summer. Now mine didn't do that. Mine has, the leaves are still looking pretty, but it is not continuing to bloom. I don't know what the deal is with that, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll come on and bloom here in a little bit. Great in sunny beds and borders, rock gardens, and gardens with poor soil. So I have lots of places that have poor soil, so I might need to get some more of these. Allow seed heads to dry on plants, remove and collect seeds. So if I could do that with my winter sowing, that'd be great. Okay, full sun to partial shade. So this thing will grow just about everywhere. Sounds like it's pretty hardy. And I like how they just write on the cans what it is, so you don't have to worry about tags coming out and getting mixed up. And then they have, I don't know if you can see this or not, but anyway, I'll put this at the end of the video. But they just had a picture frame with all the information about that specific flower right next to those flowers. And I just took pictures of it, and I thought that was a good way to do it. Okay, next I have here a couple of asters. I bought two of these. This is called October Skies Aster. Aster October Skies. It says it's a particularly showy aster, sustainable substitute for fall chrysanthemums. So you know how we buy those chrysanthemums and plant them, or just stick the pot of chrysanthemums on your porch or whatever. Well, those usually die and don't come back, but these asters will come back year after year. Used as butterfly nectar plants, cut flowers, or as part of a grouping or mass planting. So I thought that'd be really pretty. Deer resistant. I'm going to say that again. Deer resistant. I definitely might need to look into getting some more of those. Host caterpillars of the silvery checker spot butterflies and of several moths. So it's a host for some wildlife there. So I have two of those. October Skies Aster. And then here's another aster. It's called Aster Woods Pink. And I don't have any additional information, but it's probably maybe sort of like the other aster. But all these are perennial. They'll come back. Okay, I have 2 of these. Autumn Sage. Pretty. Let me see if I have any information about that. I don't. Well, a sage is a type of salvia, so, and usually deer don't eat salvia. And if it'll, they like full sun. So I have 2 of those. And then I have one called Hot Lips Salvia or Hot Lips Sage. But it's real pretty and tall. Now, these, in the specs, it doesn't tell me how tall they'll get, but it says that the Hot Lips Sage blooms appear continuously through the hottest of summer until the first frost in fall. Planted in full sun, attracts butterflies, hummingbirds, and beneficial insects. It's deer and rabbit resistant. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of a red, the blooms are sort of red and white. Can't wait to get that one in the ground somewhere. And then I have Joe Pieweed. And look, it's getting a bloom on it. I always wanted Joe Pieweed, and I've never been able to find it, so I will snatch that one up. And it is a trailing wildflower with blue-violet flowers. Creeping ground cover, partial to full shade. So I'll need to put that in a shady area. Maybe that'll do back here somewhere. I don't know. Stems root into the ground and form new plants. Wow. Okay. Great nectar source for pollinators. Larval host for the fritillary. Whatever that is. Native larval host for the fritillary. Frittillary. What it says. Well, I'll put these pictures at the end of the video. But that's Joe Pieweed. I'm excited about this one. And then the last thing that I have here, I know y'all are probably thinking, Patty, you are crazy. Why in the world did you get this? It's a honeysuckle, and honeysuckle just grows wild around here, and it'll take over because you know what? It's not the native honeysuckle. This is a native honeysuckle. It's called coral honeysuckle, and I have a trellis that I want to put this on, or put it in the ground and let it grow up the trellis. But it's doing pretty good right there on that little bamboo stick. Let me read you about the coral honeysuckle. Well, where is it? Okay. High climbing twining vine, 3 to 20 feet long, red tubular blooms followed by bright red berries. Vine has showy trumpet-shaped flowers, red outside and yellow inside. Butterfly and hummingbird nectar source. See, so it's a good honeysuckle for our native pollinators. And it's native to our area, so it ought to be a perfect fit. Yeah, but I just wanted to share with y'all a little bit about the native plants that I got. Y'all might be interested in some yourselves, and I might be interested in getting some more. I'm going to plant these. I don't know. I'm going to have to find spots for them. And I need to do it pretty quick here. I think they're probably tired of being in these little cans. So that'll be another project for me. But I'm going to end the video with some clips of the evening at the the Winona Garden Club's night. And I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And then that way I can continue to have a place to show y'all all the fun I'm having. Bye.